We're going to use the quadratic equation to solve this quadratic formula. The quadratic equation is minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. To be able to use this equation, we have to be able to get values for a, b, and c. The quadratic formula we're going to try and solve is this one, which is 3x squared minus 8x plus 2. And the first move is to compare it against the general equation for any quadratic, which is ax squared plus bx plus c. We use this to be able to identify the variables a, b, and c, because a is the variable with the x squared term, b is the variable on the x term, all right, careful about the minus sign, don't forget that, and c is the number at the end of the quadratic equation. So identifying the relevant bits, the squared term, the x term, and the number term, we can write down that simply a takes a value of 3, b takes a value of -8, and c takes a value of 2. Once you're able to identify those three values, we can take them forward into the quadratic equation and substitute in the values, do some calculations, and essentially find the two solutions to that quadratic equation, the 3x squared minus 8x plus 2. Substituting in the three values into the quadratic formula, we have minus b. Now minus b is a value of -8, so careful about the double negative sign, plus or minus b squared, so that's -8 squared, minus 4 times 3 times 2, and it's the square root of all of that part, divided all by a value of 2a, 2 and a takes a value of 3. Simplifying this further, minus minus 8 gives you plus 8, plus and minus, minus 8 squared, careful about the squaring a negative number, gives you 64, minus 4 times 3 times 2 gives you minus 24, that's under the square root sign, 2 times 3 gives you 6 in the bottom. We'll simplify this further, 8 plus and minus the square root of 64 minus 24 gives you 40. Divide that by 6. Now we can separate out into the two solutions. One when you use the plus sign between the two numbers on the top line, and the other one when you use the minus sign between the two numbers on the top line. So our two solutions are going to be 8 plus the square root of 40 over 6, or the other solution will be 8 minus the square root of 40 over 6. Plug the two calculations into your calculator and you'll get a value of x in the first instance to be 2.39, or in the second instance x takes a value of -0.28. So your answer in this case, x equals, just do it in order, 0.28 or 2.39.